Now the new apartment owners who say they've bought expensive lemons. Zoe and Charles claim their buildings are riddled with defects and want the industry to be given a complete overhaul. It prompted a new advocacy group that wants to help protect buyers.
It's just constant issue after issue after issue.
Apartment buildings or complete duds.
Quickly became a bit of a nightmare.
Zoe Foster never imagined buying her first apartment would end up like this.
Not long after I moved in, I realised there was some balcony leaks. So every time it rained, I had quite a fair bit of water ingress running down walls, flooding the living room floor. This whole area here was just a pond. 8 to 10 towels every time it rained.
She's been working from home since early last year.
I was in this apartment with black mould, living and breathing it every day. Honestly, if I could, I probably would have moved out and sold it.
Zoe says getting things fixed was another huge hurdle.
I honestly think I was probably spending anywhere from 3 to 4 hours, at least 5 days a week, researching, fighting, emailing.
Great rooftop views of a city skyline and a whole bunch of concrete that's meant to be glass.
That was supposed to be glass.
That was all meant to be a glass balustrade instead, so we could literally see everything that was out here.
In West Footscray, Charles Ribera's just moved into his first place, but the building's far from finished.
And what looks like a big pool that we still can't do anything with. Our kitchen island is actually crooked by 2 centimetres from end to end. That's not something that's easily going to be fixable. We have mould growing in our spare bathroom next to our exhaust fan. There's a leak that's happened somewhere in the roof.
Outside most apartment doors in the building, lists and lists of defects.
Do you think it's too easy for them to get away with these things?
110%. They have their money now. What can we do as consumers at this point now that they've got our money? We either have to put more money into fixing up what we should have already had and paid for, or forced to live with it.
He feels the builders let him down.
We've got common areas that we're paying for as part of our strata fees that aren't ready to use. It's just 2 concrete slabs, one on the roof, one on the ground, and we have no use for them.
So it's these kinds of horror stories that are actually making people feel very, very concerned about buying again, and especially buying off the plan.
Property expert Sam Rees says she's fed up with an industry she calls the Wild West, founding the not-for-profit Australian Apartment Advocacy Group.
I'm hoping that people know when they go in to buy an apartment whether or not they're buying a dud.
A damning report by the group found a whopping 52% of apartment owners have reported a defect, many of which remain unfixed. On a mission to help as many people as she can, Sam says she's developed an education kit for prospective buyers.
So it gives an information about the questions they should be asking developers and builders in the lead up, a pre-settlement checklist, and then what their role is once they've moved into an apartment, and then how their rights are protected post the liability period for the next 10 years.
Those who've already bit the bullet say never again.
If you knew what you knew now, would you buy an apartment again?
Oh, no hope. No hope whatsoever.
I've been in property myself a really long time, so I thought I knew what I was doing.
Make sure that if you can see a completed apartment building that they've constructed beforehand, do that. Take the extra steps, make sure that you actually are informed, because it could actually save you from spending over $500,000 on a dud.
Do your homework, really. If you do want to buy off the plans, learn who the builders are, look them up, look at a history, figure out if they've done something like this before, and then make that decision if you want to do this.
For more information on that education program, visit our website.